got trapped in an endless loop. Every time I walked toward exit 8, I ran into the same bald man. But when I tried to ask him where the exit was, his reaction turned extremely strange. I turned and ran, but no matter how far I ran, I could not escape the subway tunnel. When I saw that bald man again, I decided to try the other way. The sign in that direction said exit 0. I rushed over there, but I ended up back in the tunnel. And once again, I ran into that strange man. I completely broke down. I started pounding on the doors, trying to get out, but every metal door here was sealed shut. Exhausted, I turned around and realized the picture on the wall was a Mobius strip. Right then, red liquid started seeping from the ceiling. Something was also dripping down from above me. I got scared and took off running, but when I rushed back to the sign again, the 0 had turned into a 1. That was when I noticed the rules beside the sign. If you see an anomaly, turn around at once. If there's no anomaly, never turn around. You can only leave through exit 8. Those red streaks were the anomaly, and I had just run in the opposite direction. That was why the number changed from 0 to 1. So as long as I followed the rules and raised the number all the way to 8, I could get out. So I started checking the hallway. I even tried using my phone to capture every detail around me, but every photo came out wrong. Looks like cheating was not allowed here. I had to rely on my own memory. That bald man had to be an anomaly too. I immediately walked in the opposite direction. No matter how far I went, that man kept following me with a smile on his face. When I got back to the sign again, the number really had changed from 1 to 2. Looks like I guessed right. I kept checking ahead, but the moment I reached the corner, I suddenly heard a baby crying behind me. It sounded like it was coming from the locker ahead. I forced myself to open the locker door, but there was nothing inside. I had just let out a breath. Then the crying suddenly started again. I turned and ran. When I got back to the sign again, the number had already turned to 3. After that, I checked even more carefully, but no matter how many times I looked back and forth, I still could not find any new anomaly. That sprint just now triggered my asthma. I quickly opened my bag and took out my inhaler, but the second I used it, something felt wrong. I turned around and looked. The eyes on the posters had moved. Every poster was staring at me. I immediately turned and walked the other way, and sure enough, the number turned to 4. At this point, I already remembered every detail in this hallway. This time, there was nothing unusual at all. According to the rules, if there was no anomaly, I had to keep going forward. So I walked straight ahead,